Yo, what's good, Tristans?
And Tristan!
Today we're going to be reacting to covers of Beggin, which was a song that's been popularized recently by Maneskin, which is the group that won Eurovision this year. But before we get started, be sure to check me out. Instagram, TikTok, Patreon. My Patreon's been popping off lately. I don't know if you guys noticed, but my videos on YouTube get blocked all the time. So anytime a video gets blocked on YouTube, I just throw that right up on Patreon. Also, I've started doing lessons. So if you're interested in that, there's gonna be a link to that down in the description. And last but not least, before we jump into the video, I'm so psyched to say that today's video is sponsored by Function of Beauty. Now, if you don't know, Function of Beauty is a hair, skin, and body care line, but I primarily checked out their shampoo and conditioner. So I have been struggling. Look, this hair, I don't know if you guys know, is a result of depression. I didn't mean for this to happen. It just kind of happened and now it's here. So I've been trying to work with it and my hair is annoying to manage. It's because I got curly hair and I don't like to take care of it. Those two things don't go hand in hand very well. I've been really trying to unleash these curls lately because trust me, some of my recent videos I've been struggling. So I went on functionofbeauty.com. I took their hair quiz. So you put in the type of hair that you have, you put in the kind of hair structure you have, and it has been surprisingly very helpful. Let me give you a close-up. The curls are coming in, okay? Which I'm actually pretty happy about. I've been using their products for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and I'm honestly a little bit shocked because, like I said, I've been trying to figure out how to get the curls to come out, and everything else I've been using hasn't really worked, but it seems like this is actually kind of working. I like Function of Beauty because their products are safe to use and dermatologist tested, which is great. They put a lot of effort into what goes into their formula. So if this sounds interesting to you, go ahead and check out the link in the description for 20% off of your first order. Thanks a lot, Function of Beauty, for sponsoring this video. Let's just jump into it because I'm so excited to check out these covers. So I'm super interested in these covers because Maneskin, and I know I'm not saying that right, I don't even want to hear it, but I know that they use a lot of distortion in their covers. And they're the ones that popularized this song, at least for modern audiences. So I really want to know what people do with it. Anyway, let's check it out. It's been a while since I did one of these TikTok compilations.
I'm on my knees when I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you.
That's almost exactly the same.
I'm begging, begging you. Put your loving hand out, baby.
Who was that darker voice? That dude on the left, right? That's good.
I'm begging, begging you. Put your loving hand out, darling. Begging, begging you. Put your loving hand out, darling. Anytime I need you, let me go. Anytime I feed you, let me know. Anytime I see you, let me know. Apply the seed, just let me grow. And I'm on my knees while I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Yeah. Rat-ta-ta-ta.
I'm always kind of shocked at the amount of volume that some male singers are able to get out of their voices. Especially when something is this low. Because when you do that, it makes it sound like the song is much higher than it is, if that makes sense.
I'm begging.
But you need that amount of volume in order to get the tone that he wants from this. You can't do, all money is not begging. I mean, you can do the cover that way, but it's not like authentic to the style that Maneskin was using. You have to get that sort of like, all money is not begging. Getting that like, hey, sound going in your voice is like super important. And that distortion is super characteristic as well. We'll find one probably as we go on forward where they have it going the whole time, and I think that'd be fun to dissect.
I'm on my knees when I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Hey, hey.
Here's a much softer singer.
I'm begging, begging you.
But I don't think she changes the keys, so it's not as easy for females to get volume out of their voice in this range.
Cause I don't wanna lose you. Hey, yeah. I'm begging, begging you.
She's a really good guitar player.
Put your loving hand now, baby.
They're going for a different style.
I'm begging you. Put your loving hand now, darling.
I'm on my knees and I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Yeah, yeah.
Why do they all have the exact same haircut? Why do all TikTokers have the same haircut? They all literally have the exact same haircut. They sound great though.
So anytime
I just feel like they need to go to a different stylist, like each one of them.
anytime I see you, let me know. But I plant that seed, just let me grow. I'm on my knees when I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Yeah, yeah, da, 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 da. I'm begging, begging you. Put your loving hand out, baby.
I want to hear a female singer that gives it the guts.
Put your loving hand out, darling.
She sounds great though.
Begging,
There we go.
begging you. Put your loving hands out, baby. Begging, begging you. Put your loving hands out, darling.
Ooh. He actually, somehow he gives you the impression that he's using distortion in a lot of the performance, but it's really only on maybe 2 or 3 notes.
Begging,
It's like there,
begging you.
and maybe a little bit there.
Put your loving hands out, darling.
How loud he is, and something that you'll also notice that's fairly characteristic about when people are singing this loud in contemporary styles is they have that smile going. It helps keep things projected, right? Because it creates this megaphone shape in your mouth. Hey! Right? It also helps lift your soft palate. So it does a couple of things that help encourage that louder volume. But his distortion isn't quite as intense as what I'm looking for in order to talk about distortion. So we'll keep watching. Okay. A little bit of growl at the beginning. Different type of distortion though. Dude.
I'm on my knees when I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. I'm begging,
I like this song.
begging you. Put your loving hand out, darling. Yeah, begging you. Put your loving hand out, darling.
Dude, one thing that's very characteristic about that performance was she was changing beggin to biggin, and that softened up that climax. On my knees and I'm biggin, right? That's kind of like how Shawn Mendes sings. But anyway, yeah, but that allowed her to focus more of the projection and more of the volume on different parts of the song, which was an interesting choice.
I'm on my knees while I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Hey, yeah, da 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 da. I'm begging, begging you. Hold your loving hand now.
I mean, yeah, it's a very popular song right now.
I'm on my knees cause I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Yeah, yeah. Da 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 da. I'm begging, begging you. Put your loving hand out, baby.
Her voice is so, what the heck? It's so interesting. Her vibrato there? Like, what? That's like the slowest vibrato I've ever heard.
Put your loving hand out, baby. I'm
That one right there, it's not even like a vibrato. It's more like a stutter.
loving hand out, baby.
It's a vibrato. Well, it's an interesting one, isn't it? It's slow. It's not just the pitch that's oscillating, but she's also oscillating the volume. Baby. It has like little accents on it.
I'm begging, begging you. Put your loving hand
It's really
out,
accented.
darling.
I like her voice.
Cause anytime I see you, let me know. Yeah, anytime I see you, let me know. Anytime I see you, let
This
me
dude's
know.
going
But
for
I
it.
that Jesus, let me grow. I'm on my knees when I'm begging.
He's
I don't
going
wanna
for
lose
it.
you.
I knew
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
This is what I've been looking for.
And I'm begging, begging you. Oh, put your loving hand out, baby. I'm begging, begging you. Oh, put your loving hand out, darling.
That was the dude I've been looking for. He had distortion on it the whole way through. Somehow he held on to that like it was nothing, dude. So the interesting thing about distortion is generally it's easier for people the higher up in pitch that you go. Not that you can't get it, but it's more difficult than it is to go, right? because there's naturally like an increase of support and excitement and energy when you ascend in pitch, also volume as well. Anyway, for a number of different reasons, it gets a bit easier to do distortion higher up in pitch because that guy's voice sounded a bit lower in weight, a little bit closer to a baritone than a tenor. I think that's what helped him here and helps him pick it up a bit more naturally. But that being said, it's still not easy to hold on to it the whole way through. Let's see if we can figure out some tips to kind of show you guys how to get it, because this has been something I've been working on a lot too. Not this song, but distortion in general.
No, but a plant that she just let me grow. I'm on my knees when I'm begging. I don't want to lose you. Yeah, yeah.
Let's get that. So the first thing is to recognize that when you're singing with distortion, there's two parts of it. You have the distortion and you have the underlying sound, right? So the sound underneath the distortion that he's using is something like yeah, yeah, right? It's that precise sound, right? And it's important that you're able to do that because there's a big difference between yeah, yeah, and yeah, yeah, and any variation thereof of all these different timbres that you can produce, right? Okay, so we have the underlying sound. That's the first thing you have to be able to do. You have to be able to do it in a way that is like easy to do for you, sustainable, repeatable, and consistent. So let's assume that you can do that. So then the next step, and be careful, anyone ever doing this at home, distortion is the easiest thing to get wrong, and it's also a very advanced technique. So it's not something that you want to jump into. But the way I think of it is I think of times where I stub my toe, right? I stub my toe and I go, ugh, God, right? That doesn't hurt my voice to do that. Or I imagine a time where I'm stretching and I'm like, again, that doesn't hurt my voice to do it because I'm not producing it at the level of the vocal folds. I'm producing it with tissue above the vocal folds. It's important to know that. You don't want to ever feel it on your vocal folds. If you feel it on your vocal folds, you're not doing it properly. Try again later. But okay, so here we go. We've got this, oh my God. We've got that going, right? A little bit of practice, you can sustain it for longer and longer. We add that on top of the sound that he had originally.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.
He has a lot of it on there though. So he's going, yeah, yeah. Okay. Now we go, oh, like I hurt my toe, ow. Then we add the vowels, yeah, yeah. The hard part, I mean, I wish I knew more of the lyrics. The hard part is holding it the whole way through.
I'm on my
knees and I'm begging you, yeah, yeah. The hardest part about that is maintaining the energy that you need the whole way through, because it's super easy to give up on that and hurt yourself. So I'll dramatize it. On my knees and I'm begging you. You kind of forget that you need to hold on to a certain amount of energy and a certain amount of support to maintain that sound. On my knees and I'm begging you. Oh yeah. Right? You have to hold it, because if you let go of that, all of a sudden you're like, it's not good. So anyway, I was waiting for this guy so I could give you guys those distortion tips. It's been something I've been working on myself, okay? I've been working on it day by day for months and months and months, to the point where I'm able to do longer phrases with it now, which is really cool. I was never able to do that before, so I'm super psyched for that. Let's continue.
I'm on my knees when I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Yeah, yeah.
I'm a little bit uncomfortable with how he's looking at me.
Begging you.
He sounds really good though. He's one of the quieter males so far. And this isn't always consistently true, by the way, but notice the position of his mouth. Remember how I said the people who are louder generally have more of that shape? He doesn't have that shape. If you have, generally speaking, more of a loose, ooh, oh yeah, right? More of this loose position, it's going to generally be a bit quieter than if you have this position. Although, like I said, you can still sing quietly in this position and you can sing loud in this position. These are just good general things that could help you with your singing. And he has less of a distortion and more of a creaking, which makes sense because he's at a lower volume. And with distortion, you generally need a little bit of intensity, generally. And with creaking, you generally want low intensity, right, to get this sound.
Put your loving hand out, baby.
Oh, baby. Not sure if that's exactly what he's doing, but it's kind of in that vicinity, as opposed to baby, right? Having that more of a gritty distortion. So cool, dude.
I'm on my knees while I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Oh, oh, da 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 da. I'm begging Put your loving hand out, baby.
She's not really changing the vowels, but she's doing them in a softer way. Really controlling the volume. I'm only halfway through. I need to stop talking.
I'm on my knees when I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Hey, yeah, da, 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 da. I'm begging, begging you.
Is that auto-tune?
Put your loving hand out, baby.
I'm begging, begging you.
Oh my god, dude.
So put your loving hand out, darling. Anytime I need you, let me go. Anytime I
That
feel
distortion
you,
was
let me know.
nuts.
Anytime
It's so
I see
easy
you,
for
let
him.
me know. But I blend as it just let me grow. I'm on my knee while I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Ra-ta-ta-ta.
There might actually be a little bit of growl in there. The growl is that like sound where it sort of sounds like it's rolling. You can mix different forms of distortion together, but I think that's what makes it so intense. Let me see.
I'm begging.
I think he does that at the beginning. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm hearing.
I'm on my knees when I'm begging, cause I don't
Ooh,
wanna lose
clean.
you. Hey, yeah, ra-da-da-da. I'm begging,
How did he roll his tongue like that?
And put your loving hand up, baby. I'm begging, begging you. And put your loving hand up, darling.
That one was real. Dude, he sounded like freaking Aladdin from
I'm on my knees when I'm begging, cause I don't wanna lose you. Yeah, da, da, da. Begging, begging you.
I like this
Don't
one.
you love it? Da, da, pa, 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 su, papi, muñeco.
Dude, he has the energy of the song. Oh, that's the end? No way. Lame. One other quick thing, by the way, something that will also help you with distortion is when you're actively practicing it. And this is something that's helped me a lot, is I listen to myself in everyday life when I'm speaking, and I wait for moments where I naturally add distortion in my voice. Like if I'm like, oh my God, right? And then I'm like, how did I do that? That came out really easily. How can I repeat that? Or how can I remember that sensation? Anyway, that's another quick tip. When it comes to really anything, high notes, sometimes you'll be like, and I said, hey, come here. And you're like, whoa, what note was that? And you look it up and you're like, I've been struggling with that note and I just did it like it was nothing, right? Anyway, just another random tip. The other thing that I've done to help improve my own distortion is like, I don't know if you've noticed this, little behind the scenes secret here. In my reactions and in my videos and in my everyday life and in my talking, I'm trying to incorporate more distortion. So I'm trying to find sections where I can be like, oh my God, and just add it in there so that I just get used to habitually using it and having it be like it's not a big deal. But you always find that balance between using it and not doing it in a way that's gonna hurt or affect your voice in any negative way. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun recording it. If you are interested in taking voice lessons with me, you can go ahead and check me out. There's gonna be a link down in the description. Also check me out Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon, of course. I love you guys for supporting me over on Patreon. These videos get copyright claimed, they get blocked. It's actually getting horrific, okay? I'm gonna be real. So thank you guys all for supporting me over there. Until next time, Tristans and Tristan. Peace.